Ooh, baby, this week we have a sexy one for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Girlfriend Experience joins us. She's in town from Canada, and we're talking about being
Jehovah's Witnesses, the firmament. Is the earth flat? This week we get to the bottom of it. And by bottom, I mean Dipper.
We're talking about vajazzling, dancing with a fan, drag inspirations,
And this wig tastes like cum. Enjoy.
M.
Oh.
M.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Turn it down.
stop yelling at the people.
Kill yourselves.
No.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Seconds. You can send us an email at
You already sang
213-536-9180. How you stop shoes to full of fuck, she not so fuck. So no Sloppy Second with Big Dipper and Meatball. And that's Big Dipper.
You look freshly fucked.
This is a Willem wig.
Uh-huh.
And she let me have it.
Okay.
And I think this might have been her fucking wig.
It looks tousled.
But Willem, why is the lace so dark? Get back to me on that one.
Are you excited for today? I feel like we haven't been here in a while. I don't know why.
It's been like a week. Well, we took 2 weeks off.
Oh, okay.
And now we're going to see each other every single day this week.
For the rest of our lives.
Yep. You guys, we don't hate each other. I don't know who started that rumor.
Seems that way based on the way Meatball talks to me.
And I'm going to start being nicer on here. And speaking about nice people, our next guest is from the nicest country in the world. She's our sister from up north, a Canadian superstar. She leaves nothing to the imagination. Please welcome to the stage, the Girlfriend Experience!
Hello.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I recognize you with your clothes on.
What clothes?
What clothes?
What clothes?
Well, now hold on. Here we are on YouTube. Now hold on now. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Great. Very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
so excited to be here.
You were just talking about all this like international hullabaloo. You really clocked those miles, huh?
Lately, yeah.
You've been traveling a lot?
Yeah, in the
You
last
love
year.
to fly?
I love to fly.
And there's no fear of
Mm-mm.
dying because you're not flying on an American airline.
No, I like to go with the Icelandic airplanes.
Iceland Air.
Iceland Air is the tea.
Yes.
Is it really?
It is.
And their water?
There's just, I don't know. I think they just have like a higher standard for economy than like other places.
Yeah, there's a lot more room.
There's more room. The seats are more comfortable. The people are nicer on the planes.
And their water.
I did. Oh my goodness. I had my first experience with someone yelling at me for reclining my seat on my last flight.
Tell
Wait,
us what
what?
happened.
Tell me, because I'm a recliner.
I'm a recliner.
I'm
He's an
not.
up straighter.
Oh,
The
really?
whole time.
Yeah, look at
Well-
that body and tell me you want that up straight for 6 hours on a flight.
I have a hard time getting up once I go back.
It's literally like,
It's literally an inch.
Can't do it.
but that's what my friend Johnny said. He's like, literally, it's an inch. Like, what's the difference? And I was like, it just takes a little pressure off my lower back.
It's
That's
just
all.
a little bit more comfortable than
Yeah.
sitting straight up.
Straight
So
up.
who yelled at you? What happened?
Okay, so I was like, you know, the back of the plane, you can't recline your seats,
Yes.
right? The very, very back ones. So there was like 2 girls that were behind me. I was in the second to last row. And so I reclined my seat because like I worked the night before. I was on my way to Iceland and then from Iceland back to Vancouver.
Mm.
So I
Quick
reclined
It's
my
a
stop
quick
off
seat.
for the
stop in
water.
Iceland for the water.
Actually,
Yes.
no tea. The flights are cheaper if you stop in Iceland. It's why they do it, because they're trying to bump up their tourism.
Yeah. It's a lot
But
cheaper.
what's there to do in Iceland?
So much.
I went to Iceland. I spent a week and a bit there. Like
Did you go to the baths? The
I
Blue
went to
Lagoons?
the Blue Lagoons.
So good.
I did the whole thing.
Fish.
But they actually like what they'll do is Iceland Air you can add a 7-day trip to Iceland without any extra cost to your flight because they want to up your tourism.
Yes.
The only thing though is Iceland is like hella expensive.
Yeah.
Like really, really,
Once
really
you
expensive.
get there, but the flight is cheap because they
Yeah.
don't care.
And the way the Earth curves, which can segue into something afterwards. We'll get to that.
Uh-huh.
The
The way the
back room
Earth
talks.
Curves because it is round.
Thank you.
It's only a 6-hour flight from Vancouver. And so then I get like a 2-hour layover so I can like smoke, eat, and then it's another 3.5 hours to like mainland Europe.
Oh,
So it's like a
mainland
cute, it's like a
Europe.
cute little like cheat to like have a break in between. And it's cheaper
I
than flying
hate a
direct.
layover.
Yeah, but in Iceland.
It's a nicer airport than most of the airports I've
Oh,
been
is it
to as well.
really?
Yeah.
What do you think about LAX? Pretty hellish, huh?
It's a lot.
It's like
It's a lot. I don't know why I'm walking 45 minutes to the luggage carousel.
Well, because
There you go.
they're making you wait. Because
Yeah.
they need the time. Wait,
need
so
the
she
time.
yelled at you because you leaned back?
Okay, so yeah, so I leaned back, and sure enough, I got my tap on the shoulder. And I was like, I knew what was gonna happen the second I felt that tap. And I was like, this is my first Karen. I love this. So I turn around and I look at her, and she's just like, excuse me. I'm really claustrophobic, and you're really coming into my space, and it's really difficult for me. And so I just like looked at her and was like, "Are you serious?" And she's just like, "Yeah." So I like put my seat up because I was like, "I'm not gonna make a scene. It's a 3-hour flight." And so I will go to the bathroom after, and then I talked to the flight attendant, and she was just like chit chatting away. I'm like, "Do the seats behind me like recline?" And she's like, "Yeah, the ones on our planes actually do recline." It's like interesting because the ladies behind me are having an issue saying that I'm taking up their space by reclining. And so I went to the toilet, come back out. The girls had been moved to other seats in the plane because they were just like not having it. And so I remember walking out and just feeling the death stares of both of them because they got separated. Essentially, because the flight attendant was just like, she can recline her seat if she wants to. And if you don't like it, here are 2 other seats that you can deal with.
I
you
love
got your
that.
way.
So you went and talked
So
to
props
teacher.
to Iceland Air.
You
I
would have
love
talked to
that.
teacher?
I love that.
Hey, I will never tattletale, but if you ask me how my flight is going, I'll let you know.
Oh!
Yeah, she'll
that's
give the
true.
information.
Yeah.
She asked you.
Yeah.
The closest thing I've ever encountered was like one time there was a seat next to me and I was like in Comfort Plus and this woman tried to move like to that seat and they're like, no, you can't have it. And she goes, but no one's there. And they're like, yeah, but they paid extra. And she was like, I don't care, no one's there. And like she had a panic attack, like freaked out on the person, but I've never seen anything other than that. Have you seen a plane fight?
I fall asleep.
You do quick too. Like
On
before the flight
purpose.
even takes off,
Lucky.
he's knocked out and sleep apnea full effect.
Yeah, I'm letting everybody know I'm asleep and you can hear it.
I can doze off during the takeoff. There's something soothing
Oh,
about
it's
the way
amazing.
the
That's
plane
when
is
I
shaking.
recline. She's
The
like,
way
there's something
There's something
soothing.
about
Something so
soothing of the
soothing
shit.
about all of
If
this.
I fall asleep before the flight takes off, I know I'm just gonna stay asleep the whole time.
Yeah.
But if we take off and I'm not asleep, it's over.
I did misspeak. I did have on my way to the Netherlands like a few months ago. I did have another incident with a family. I was sitting in Comfort Plus and there was a baby behind me and the baby was like on the girl's lap and just like kicking my seat constantly and crying. And it was an overnight flight. And like I usually like those ones because I'll stay up and then I can sleep the whole trip and wake up on whatever time zone
Right.
I'm in. And so I bear through this for like half the flight. And then I asked the flight attendant because there was a seat like one over and in front if I could sit there. And she was like, yeah, no problem. Like, if the baby's bothering you, that's fine. I'm like, I don't want to give her issues
Right.
because she's a mom and I get
Mhm.
it. And so I move to that seat, and there was a family behind, a Dutch family. And it was like the husband, wife, and kid. And so I was sitting in front of the dad. And so I like first sit down. My jacket is like hanging over the side of the seat a little bit as I like get myself sorted. He like grabs the sleeve of my jacket, throws it onto my lap, and is like, "Don't let your stuff touch me." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it's not that serious." So I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it." Like just trying to defuse it. So I get comfortable. I recline the seat. All of a sudden, he pushes the seat, and I like turn and he's like, "What?" He's like, "This is so rude. Like, you're just taking over the seat in front of us and invading my space." And I just like, I'm like, you know what? Well, we can ask the flight attendant if you want to. And then he was just like, no. And then he finally shut up and left me alone. And I was like, my goodness, people are so.
Why do
Now I'm
people-
traumatized to like be comfortable in a
Right.
plane that I'm already
Yeah,
packed
I'm like,
into.
I'm sorry, we're all in a tube flying through the air. Like, you're not gonna be comfortable.
I also think there's a thing that's happening now where we're all so used to building our own little world, whether it's what we see on social media, how we order
Wait.
food. What?
I mean, other people do stuff and have lives.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding. You go. The
But
Earth is
it
flat.
makes us less patient and have less grace with other people.
Oh, for sure.
Because we're so used to instant gratification. Click, click, boom, I'm done. Order this, get this, look at whatever I want, stream whatever I want whenever I want it.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, appointment TV. Other people are like, oh, I have to wait till Thursday for a new episode of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are just impatient.
Well, my dad nailed it too when he said that like the new generation or like the younger people, like they've lost their abilities to like socialize because back in the day, I could even for us, like when we would socialize, we didn't have cell phones to like call our friends. We had to knock on their door.
Yes.
Or we would like hang out with our friends and like beat each other up, and you kind of learn how to socialize and how to like behave.
Yeah, or like
and be cohesive with one
make
another.
a plan and not change it. Be
Yeah,
like,
and,
I'll
like-
meet you at 3-ish.
But people's ability to like communicate were
Mhm.
stronger back then. Where now it's like there's so many people that don't even like socialize outside, and then they act in real life the way they do online behind an anonymous account, just like shouting into the void, essentially,
Yes.
And then, but except for now you're the void and you're getting yelled at in a plane full of like
It's
200
crazy.
people watching you.
It's so nuts.
I'm thinking about how
How you're what?
your friend thought I was rude.
He would like us to not discuss that.
Can
It
we-
was more something that you said to him. Okay, we'll discuss it. Sorry, boo.
Sorry, bleep.
Bleep. He said that you were like, yeah,
I
he
went
said,
and
I'm
saw.
Meatball's friend, I'm blah, blah, blah. And you went, yeah, I remember, I have a brain or something like that. Like you said something shady.
I feel like I said, yeah, I remember meeting you.
Okay, see, this is where it's like, we're not supposed to be doing this.
But this is where like the context of like what you mean behind the words that you
Yes.
use are different from how they're received from other
Oh,
people,
absolutely.
and
Intent
how
Why I
those
think we
versus
should
how
all-
those
impact.
same words have like a shady connotation to one person. It has
Yes.
like of course, girl, I got a brain.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
Context.
the earth is flat.
The Earth
The Earth-
is... Okay,
the Earth-
so let's get to it. You're here
I am
in
here.
LA, and you're here a lot in LA.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Do you
travel here
actually
all the
like
time.
LA, or do you just like the gigs?
I love LA.
Okay.
It's like
I love LA.
it's warmer than Canada, at least Vancouver. I like the friends that I got here.
But
I like
isn't
the
Vancouver
Who are
also-
these friends? Bitch Pudding?
bitch pudding, Carrie.
Carrie. Okay, so you're staying at Carrie's
I'm
house.
staying at Carrie's house.
Would you say the floors at her house are flat or curved? And does she think that the earth is as flat as the floors in her house?
She does not think that the earth is as flat as
I need to hear it. Carrie Colby, I need to hear from your mouth. Do you believe the earth is flat or round?
Why did that rumor get started?
I don't know.
And I think
I think it was like a tweet, and I think
you
it's mostly
and or
me.
we are.
I was-
You know
I
what?
was-
Maybe I made it up like I made up Monet's BBL.
The reason why I heard this first was because someone sent me something on Reddit, someone talking about me and like some of the other girls, and they were calling me like a what's it called when you're one of those trans girls that think that you only have to have plastic surgery?
Transmedical.
Transmedicalist, and they were just like kind of ripping at all of us with their like perceptions of us. And saying that like, oh, I can't believe she's hanging out with like a flat earther. I'm like, there's none of us think the earth is flat.
You know what it might have been is like she might have liked a tweet or something, or
Maybe.
she maybe like made
It's you.
a vague
this-
reference, or maybe maybe I made it up.
But here's the thing when it comes to that, like some people love horror.
Yes.
People love gore and the thrill and the scare of it all. I don't like violence. I don't find joy in seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. I grew up very Christian.
So
That's
wild.
We believed
crazy.
in like the firmament and like whether the earth is flat. That's like questionable. People, in the religion, but in Jehovah's Witness, it's like, for me, I'm hardwired as like a religious person.
Right.
I had to like deconstruct everything to be like where I am today. pretty like atheist or like, don't really believe in any deity of sorts. But for me, the equivalent of like a horror movie is like reading things or like watching things on like the earth is flat, religion is real, like all the things that would kind of like play on the things that we were taught that I quote unquote like turned my back on and got shunned from my religion from.
Right.
The idea that like, what if that is I'm the one that's wrong? That like
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like what if God really does exist? Like that kind of like fear
Yeah.
gets tickled, and that's like my equivalent of like a horror thing. By no means do I think that like the world is flat or anything like that, or like
Right.
a lot of these conspiracy theories on like the ice wall. But all of that plays on that like plays on the whole like what if there is something that we don't know yet and that it does align with the Bible and I'm the one that's going to end up burning in damnation after,
Well, I think there's a lot of like you just said, you're not a fan of violence. You want love and acceptance and like
Mhm.
peace for all, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who like fervently believe these things in religion and in the Bible and things like that, there's always a good and a bad. There's
Yeah.
never a gray area. There's this is good, this is
Yeah.
bad. If you're bad, you're damned to hell. If you're bad, you get killed. Like it is violent
Yeah.
in its like black and white take on the issues.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really sort of wild thing when they preach like love and acceptance and what would Jesus do and all these
Mhm.
things, when I think inherently all of that religion is so violent and
Oh,
so
totally.
Oh, yeah.
aggressive. And so it makes sense that somewhere in the back of your head you're going,
Earth's flat.
Well,
no,
it's like
oh
it's
no,
it's
not
like
that.
it's like
I thought I
as
was on the same
it's
page.
No.
it's like as outrageous as like the idea that like some crazy doctor is sewing people's mouths to other people's anuses and making a human
Right.
centipede
Yes.
out of it. That
Which
is possible, but we all know is not really something that happens.
Right.
But like as someone who grew up religious, I'm like I know it's outrageous to think that these things are real and I know that they're not, but because I had that religious upbringing, that inch of possibility, curiosity, or like fear is there where other people who weren't born and raised in the same kind of stringent religious household would say that's completely like crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
and talk about grooming. That's the
Oh, for
reason why
sure.
that little itch is in the back of your head,
Yeah.
because you were a child when you were taught all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what is the firmament?
I think it's like, well, I was taught it was like I guess kind of like a dome, but like something that a ceiling essentially that separates the heavens, the water in the heavens from the waters on the earth. And essentially what happened was when Noah's Ark happened, or like God was wiping out the wicked people on the earth, he opened up the firmament and let the water from the heavens pour down onto the earth, which
To
caused
create the flood.
the flood.
The
And all these stories to
wickedly
me,
talented.
because I love like history and I love like ancient cultures. I'm like, I feel like most of religion is just like an elaborate tale to articulate what was happening in the earth at the time without the scientific knowledge that people
Yeah.
have
So they
today.
had to.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
You know,
There
People are
was a
always
flood.
looking for an explanation.
it's like an
Yeah.
elaborate cave drawing,
Yeah.
just
Right.
like
Wait. So are you still? Are your? You said that you still talk to your dad.
yeah.
Is he still super religious?
My dad was never religious.
Oh,
My
okay.
mom was like a devout Jehovah's Witness, and so that
Oh.
was
Which
actually what
means-
caused them to split.
Oh wow. Okay.
And Jehovah's Witness means like no
Christmas.
birthdays, no holidays,
Exactly.
no presents, that type of thing.
You never
Yeah.
got
No
gifts?
extra celebrations.
No, it's like they always tell us that you don't need a birthday to receive like love and presents. So I would get presents like,
Got it.
other times, but like specifically for birthdays, we were taught that Jesus never celebrated his birthday. So why would we celebrate our
Well, we
birthdays?
actually don't know that.
Well, Jesus was celebrated for the life that he led, and it was after his death that people, really put emphasis on him. So like what you do in your life is like after you die, what you've done with your life is what's important, not, your birthday per se.
It's more about the legacy.
Yeah.
We have funerals and they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Big
want my funeral
memorials.
to be a fucking party.
we as if I'm still a Jehovah's Witness.
Well, no, it
Sorry, old
really
habits die hard.
it's really ingrained. Like there, and it's not to be taken lightly. The things that you learn as a young child
Oh yeah.
stick with you as like the truth or as the thing to pay attention
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Well, and it was all that I knew, right? So
Right.
imagine, like, I don't know if you guys were born into a religion, but like this was the religion for me was what I was born into. So my idea and articulation of like the entire world was sold to me a certain way that it was my reality.
Mhm.
That
Right.
like I couldn't fathom the world being any other way. So it's like hard to it took me until I was like in my mid 20s to fully separate myself. Even like when I got kicked out and like I chose to just like follow my queer path, it was probably till I was like 25 or 26 that I was finally got to the point that I'm like, okay, I didn't make a choice. God actually doesn't exist. Because I was living in this idea that I'm like, I made the choice, I'm shunning God, and whatever happens, it's like, I will live with the
That's
consequences,
so
but
intense.
I can't live this way
Mhm.
anymore. And then finally I got to the point where I was like, okay, God doesn't exist. And that took me till I was 26, so like 7, 8 years.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's like
And that's living in
indoctrination.
fear all the time too. It's like
Yeah.
always in the back of my mind knowing that I'm going to be, we don't believe in hell. Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in hell. They believe that like the earth, our job when Armageddon comes, 144,000 people, the ones that partake in like drinking the wine and unleavened bread during the Passover, they go up to heaven, only them,
Only
to
144?
144,000,
Oh,
and they
1,000.
will rule over the earth with Jesus Christ as like, co-rulers. And it'll be our job after the wicked people have been like destroyed to rebuild the entire planet to be in the same state as the Garden of Eden. And then our bodies will be perfected so we won't have death or sickness anymore. And then all the people that have died will be resurrected because the ultimate repentance for sin is death. So, even Hitler would make it back, unfortunately, with
It's
that
like
thing.
literally a Marvel movie.
Yeah. And then it would be our
But
job to
when
rebuild
you
the earth.
rebuild the earth, would you consider maybe this time making it flat?
Maybe. I mean, it might make air
Or
travel a little bit
trans.
Yeah, because
easier.
it's the curvature of the earth makes it faster.
Yeah.
Um,
But then Satan also is
Oh.
not fully put away. Like Satan is like
Yeah, she's right here at the
they
table.
put God, Jehovah will put Satan in jail for 1,000 years in an abyss. And then after 1,000 years, the abyss will be opened. Satan will come back onto the earth for a period of time to do one last sweep to kind of test the people, and then almost like a final cleansing of wicked people to make sure that who's left on the earth is like meant to be there. And this was my reality
This
until I
is
was like 18.
the tales of a schizophrenic person.
Oh, I was just
Well,
gonna
I
say.
do have some mental health problems, and
Well,
I
no,
do.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like whoever came up with this is like
Well,
so,
that's what
it's
I
so
mean.
insane. That's
There
like,
are so
how do
many
you come
rules.
up with
Well,
the
and the
things?
religion too. Another red flag is that it was created in 1918,
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
what-
So it's also like in abroad, like looking at it now, I'm like, that's really not that long ago to be
No.
creating a religion, and one man did it. And there's only 5 men in New York that govern the entire religion.
like Mormonism.
It is. There's only like
created
5
super
million
late.
Jehovah's Witnesses in the whole world. And it's very like,
That's kind
this
of
is
a
why I
lot.
don't get along with like cancel culture, because it's very much that same kind of, if you sin, you risk getting canceled from the congregation. So that means your family no longer talks to you. You lose everything. So when
Maybe
I was kicked,
that's a cult.
that is a cult.
Well,
And so
okay.
when I got kicked out, I lost my family, I lost my friends, I lost everything. So I got kicked out, was on the streets. I had no one and nothing. I just had like one gay friend that I was like partying with that I ended up just like moving into with and like forced into an uncomfortable relationship with him. So it was really weird.
Ugh. And that was at
I
27.
was at 18,
18.
19.
It took until 27 to get out of it mentally. That's crazy.
Mm.
Wow.
That's so tough.
How
And now look at you. A star.
A stripper.
World traveler. A stripper.
A stripper.
me, a stripper.
A drag stripper.
Well, let's talk about that when we get back right after this break. If you love to shop, listen up! Have you heard of Rakuten?
With Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy. Just from shopping.
Exactly. Clothes, athletic wear, pet supplies. I'm talking about Gap, Adidas, and even Petco.
So I can buy a look, get new shoes, snag the cat some cute toys, and get cash back.
That's right. And you can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
That's cool.
It is cool.
But how does it work?
Well, partner stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to the members.
Rakuten is really doing the most, huh? Love it.
Yeah, in the best possible way. Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. So, you can become one of them today.
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And get yourself some Rakuten.
You know, lately I have been trying to keep my wardrobe simple. I want pieces that are comfortable, but they still feel like put together like an outfit, and that's why I'm always reaching for my Quince items.
The fabric feels elevated, the fits are clean, and Quince makes getting dressed so easy.
Quince has all the staples for spring, like 100% European linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34.
They're lightweight and breathable, but still look polished. I have a bunch of their Pima cotton tees, and they're super soft and easy to wear and very breathable for the summer for the sweaty body.
I just rediscovered this pair of linen shorts that I have that are so comfortable from Quince. You know when like something gets buried accidentally? I pulled these out and I was like, what have I been doing? Not wearing these!
And the linen doesn't wrinkle.
Period.
Plus, everything is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use.
Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too.
That's QUINCE.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Pima cotton!
Quince.
Quince. At Quince.
Weight Loss by Hims is here to help you reach your goals.
Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that are designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen.
GLP-1s help regulate your appetite and eat less.
With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise.
And no needles needed. Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
And through Hims, you can just go online where you'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if the treatment is right for you.
No insurance necessary either. And if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door.
Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/sloppy seconds to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you.
That's HIMS.com/sloppy seconds.
Hims.com/sloppy seconds.
Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS.
To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. And we're back. You like Wicked?
I do. I did.
Uh-huh.
The movie. I don't know if I could sit through a musical.
Ooh,
Like
You're
a
not
play.
better than me. Well, the musical is shorter.
Is it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first movie is longer than the entire musical.
But does it have Ariana Grande in it?
it doesn't.
It does not.
It doesn't.
It has other very talented triple threat performers.
Yes.
Broadway level.
I'd say go
superstars.
to the Broadway show. The touring cast was great. So
Yeah.
you're a performer.
I'd like to think so.
How did
Some
you-
may
How did
say.
you get started?
Yeah. Like when you were 18 and you're like living with your friend and
You're
that
into a forced
situationship.
situationship.
How did you start performing?
I was going to the clubs and I had an alias. It was Berlin. And I started off as like a club kid. So I like dressed up really crazy and it got me into clubs and stuff like that. And soon I started getting booked to like host parties. And then I was always fascinated with strippers. Even when I was a teenager, I was always like like, always in the mirror, just like pulling my underwear into a thong and just like over my hips. And so I wanted to strip. So I started stripping without lip syncing. And I liked it, but I didn't like doing it as a boy. And so
Sure.
I was like, I want to strip as a girl. So I started stripping as a girl, as a drag queen. That was my drag. And then I started lip syncing with that. And then that kind of just like set everything off. And then, sure enough, I transitioned.
How long were you performing before you were like, oh, this needs to be a
I'm
full-time gig for me?
I think I always knew that I was trans. I was
Mhm.
just like, again, it took me like a lot of time to come to terms with it myself and like kind of uproot a lot of my religious things that like held me back from like wanting to fully pursue it. Cause I used to tell my mom all the time, I want to be a girl. I'm a girl.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And I think that kind of added to the intense level of shelter that my mom tried to like keep me under. Or
Mhm.
so I was 20, I got sober at 26.
Good for you.
Thank you. And then I think once I got sober, that kind of let me really digest who I was and like make the moves that I needed to be authentic to myself. Because again, like I said, I had to like let go of my religious trauma, and I had to let go of the booze and stuff. And I feel like booze and drugs was the one of my escape for being in the wrong body and like all the shit that happened before. And then yeah, once I started transitioning, it was like I was pretty loud and proud about it, and then pandemic happened, and then as soon as the pandemic ended, I just, like, banged out all my surgeries and then ended up on Drag Race.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang bang bang.
You were so like such a light on TV. You were
Thank you.
so fun. It was so sort of unexpected.
I was definitely feeling like I was very grateful to be there, and I would say the kumbaya girl of the season,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
like, behind the cameras, but, I was, like, just going through it the whole entire time
Really.
because I was just, like, such a mind fuck, and you go onto there being so assured of like what you are doing and who you are as a performer, and then the critiques happen, or you're not you know m- living up to the expected standard of like Drag Race. Like for me, I was in a before I went on the show, I had all my plastic surgeries like in a 6-month period. I just like
That's
went
really
really
intense.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after my surgeries, I was kind of like thrown into, once got my face done, that changed everything how I was like perceived. And I started like experiencing things that girls do and like how intense like guys can be and like the over sexualization. And like my first night out, I like someone tried pulling me into a car,
Oh my
and I
god.
had like
Jesus.
2 Russian gangsters that were at this like after place where like some gangsters like to hang out, corner me, and security had to like intervene because they were just like like picking on me or like about to do something.
Horrifying.
And so I was just like so like like hey, like trying to figure out where I fit in the world and what's going on. And so I met a guy. We started dating. It was like really beautiful at the beginning, like doors open, bought me anything. Second date, he took me to Tiffany's, let me pick out a diamond ring. So, in
Where
my
are these men for me?
Well, hold on. Let
You
her
I'm
gotta
getting
finish.
dragged into a
Let her,
bathroom
babe,
and
let
sucking
her
dick.
babe,
finish
that's
the
a
story.
trans girl thing, or I
Oh.
think Russian girls tend to get a lot of
Oh
that.
yeah.
But and
She's
so for me,
trans.
you'd think like, oh, this is a fairy tale, like now I finally get to have what I want. But he was just like he liked the naiveness of me because I was so new and so fresh as a girl that I was very clueless as to what
Mhm.
was happening and like how to exist.
Mm.
And he was like, I guess now I look at it as like grooming me, was like giving me all that I wanted because he was trying to build his perfect
Yeah.
girl. And I was very resistant, like when, things were happening in Israel, me and him would get into arguments about like human rights and other things. And he always took the opposition. And I was just like, what the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
And then we got into a fight one day. It was like, I don't even know what it was, but he was drinking and he told me what were his words? He was like, you're like a 10 with makeup on, but without makeup, you're like a 4. And if you lined up a group of straight guys, they would all say the same thing. He's like, I know what you like in the guys that you're attracted to. I prefer my women not to look like men. And that,
Oh
because
my
up until that point, like you couldn't
god.
have told me that I was transgender. I was like, I've had my surgeries. I was so confident. I was like, I'm living the cis girl fantasy. No one could clock me. And he just like fully knocked me down so
Oh
hard.
no.
And then after that, like he was paying for my root canal the following day, and he went in the closet and picked out this like outfit he got from the sex store, and he kind of just threw it at me, and he said, if you want me to pay for this, like put this on and do what you do best, kind of thing. And so I was just like so destroyed
Oh
afterwards and
my
just
god,
like a
I'm
shell
so
of a
sorry. That's
human.
horrifying.
Thank you. It happens, and I'm probably not the first person and won't be the last. But after that, it was like a few weeks later, I was on Drag Race. So I went on to it completely like
Oh my god.
destroyed in all my confidence. And then I got onto the show being like, well, at least, drag I'm good at. And then everybody thought everything I did was too simple because my taste is more, my personal taste is more refined. I find beauty in simplicity rather than like huge. And yeah, I think my emotions on the show was a reflection of like what had been happening
Mm-hmm.
in the months prior, plus then what the one thing I'm confident in being destroyed in front of me. And then finally I just like got to the point that I couldn't be there anymore, and it just like was best for me to be eliminated.
Did you, when you
And
initially
what was scarier, being eliminated or having to look at Brooklyn Heist's face?
Oh, I love.
I'm just kidding.
Well, she was the
What was
what
your question?
I think her reading me was the hardest because there's a lot of things on there that you don't see in terms of critique because they give you way more critique than what
Yeah,
they
I
show
hear
you
you're
on the
up there
show.
for a
So
while.
it's it's having someone like Brooklyn that I'm went in as like friends with, but also someone who, was that Canadian girl. And from a drag point of view in Canada, we didn't have drag race for up until, the last 5 years or 6 years. Um, so seeing someone who was able to make their way to the States and like, because America, you look at America as like kind of like the mecca of drag, you
Yeah.
hope that you get to start working in the States and doing the tours that I looked up to her because even before Drag Race, she was living in the States and doing all these things. So that's what motivated me to like start working in the States and traveling to like New York and LA and doing all these things. And so I look up to Brooklyn in a way, and having her, do her job, it broke me in that moment. And it took a while after the show, but we've definitely like talked and we're like, she loves me, I love her, so it wasn't anything personal. But
when you
Okay.
were auditioning
Her
and
face is not
planning to
scary.
go, say again,
What?
clearly and
What were you
loudly into
saying?
the microphone.
What were you saying?
Were you in your mind, were you like, I'm going all the way? Or were you like, oh, what I do is a little bit different than the other girls? Or, I'm going to do well and boost my career? Or were you like eyes on the crown? Because I think some people, now the show's been around for so long, there are different franchises of it.
yeah.
A lot of people are talking about Corey King right now on season 17, talking about there's no way she thought she was
She
going to
thought she was gonna
compete
win. I
for the
watched a
crown.
video. She thought she said when I packed my package, I thought, oh baby, this is a winning package. The girls aren't gonna take this.
And everybody else is like, there's no way that you thought that way. So my
Not with a
curiosity is,
spandex Dorothy dress.
okay, my curiosity was, you're like, oh baby, I'm getting the crown. Is that how you were when you packed? She's over here with this one.
Yes and yes and oh yes.
I bet there's coming this way.
That's like, well, it's porn star hair. If you don't have sex
It's
in it, you're
real-
not doing the hair justice.
That's probably why she got rid of it. She was like, I got a new one. Yeah, that's come.
I went into it being like, I obviously was like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I can make it all the way. Like, I'm unique. I'm like me. And I have, like, we all have,
I am
This
me.
is-
I am
This
me.
is me.
I am me. But I think we all have that. We all
Yeah.
have
Oh,
that. I
yeah.
mean, we all are
You
our
have-
own main characters.
Yeah.
And so we all are like, yeah, the possibility to get to the end or like, I am getting there. That's part of my story was there. But I think for me, the most part is like, I was just gagged that I got on the show. I was grateful to like be with everyone. And I knew that there was a 1 in 12 chance that I could make it to like get the crown essentially.
Yeah.
So I was just like, let's make the best of it and have the best time and hope for the best and try my hardest. And that was kind of like my thing. And I think too when you like if you put winning as your only form of like satisfaction on the show, then you have like like 11 out of 12 chance of being disappointed. Whereas
Right.
like if you go in being like, just purely grateful to be there and you're determined to make it to the very end, it holds like a different kind of like expectation for how
But
it
I
comes out.
also feel like, I mean, it would be weird to get on that show and then be like, well, I'm not going to win. Like going in with the thought process of like, I'm not going to win is not a great.
Do people
plan.
actually do that?
I don't know, but it's like,
I think if you're going in like that, then you're doing a disfavor to all the other people that auditioned.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that clearly
So
have
like no
more.
one, I guess what I'm saying is no one's going to look at their stuff and be like, this is bad. I should not do
I
this.
don't know. I
Like
feel
Corey
like
Keane didn't go on that show looking the way she does thinking, I'm not going to win. She thought, I'm great at the internet. I'm funny. Plain Jane made it to the end. I'm going to make it to the end.
sure. Corey, call in. Let us know.
I love Corey.
Me
I love
too.
Corey, too.
All the clips that come out about this podcast make me seem like I don't like her. I think she's great.
Don't clip that.
Don't
All right,
clip that.
we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back after this. And we're back. So
Say drag.
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 Let's say it like you're from Canada.
Drag.
Drag?
Drag.
Drag?
Drag.
Wait,
Drag.
queen.
Drag. What's another word in
Eh?
English, in Canadian English? Like, what do you say? Oh, you say, sorry. And we
You
say, I say sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can't say sorry
Sorry.
without sounding like a
Sorry.
Valley
Sorry.
girl. Sorry.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
yeah, I guess you would spell
Sorry.
it the way we say it, like with an A, like sorry.
Sorry. Sorry.
Say
Sorry.
McDonald's.
Sorry.
McDonald's.
Or how do you say backpack?
Backpack. How do you say it? Bake pig.
Backpack? Backpack?
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Vancouver. It's almost like there's a G in there. Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Do you speak French?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Vancouver
I don't know. I actually.
is over by
you know
Seattle.
the
It's on the
American-
west coast.
Sure.
It's like a different
You know-
side of Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
the
you know,
Quebec
us
and-
Americans don't know anything about any other country. I
There's
didn't
not
know.
much you need to know about Canada except for
Montreal.
But Vancouver is like kind of a beachy town, right? When
Yeah, it's right on the
weather's
ocean.
Nice. Yeah.
it's the BC's like the California of Canada, and Vancouver
BC
is like the
standing for
LA.
Columbia.
Okay, just
Because they
making
call
sure.
Vancouver Hollywood North because it's cheaper to
Shoot
produce movies
That's
there.
where they
so
made
that's
the
where
L
they film
word
everything. Yeah.
forever and ever and ever.
You
Love
the
L word. I really do. Now, can you talk to us about vajazzling?
Oh yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that.
My vagina.
Let's-
I love talking about it. Oh wow!
No,
So,
I'm
I
just
didn't know
kidding.
we were.
This is YouTube. We can't say vagina. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we can't. You
When
said
did you invent the
Oh.
opening of the shirt and skirt wind all at once move? That has never been replicated by anyone else.
That was. I would say before the pandemic, like 2019.
Okay.
2019. That was the first time I did it, and then I kind of just it hasn't lost its gaggery since. So I just keep
No.
doing it.
I saw you do it at Precinct once, and I saw you do it.
That
the-
one though wasn't giving the way that it normally
the
does.
fan
The
wasn't
fan was
strong
not
enough.
strong enough.
I was about to say you need now. Precinct has 2 giant fans. Like
Do they really?
yeah,
Thank
last night
God.
they had to turn them down because like
it was lifting the wig.
Rubella's wig was like about to come off.
My rider comes with a fan with a
I was-
link to the proper fan for the promoter to
that.
purchase
I
that.
love that. It's like
No,
unlike
no,
Charlene, who puts it in a
brings
suitcase.
She brings it
I-
with her.
And following her suit, I actually took mine with me one time to Toronto. And when I got to, I put it in a spare suitcase that I had. And when I got there, it was just destroyed, like just
Oh no!
busted.
Naomi flew to Utah with her spotlight.
That's crazy.
Sometimes you know what you
Sometimes you
want
gotta
and
do.
you gotta go.
Charlene, though, is one of the ones, or probably is, that like really got me into Wind Machine. Her and
Oh.
Sasha, obviously.
Yes.
But Charlene, I saw her live one time in New York, and I was just like gagged by it. And then she posted this one video of her just like voguing and like serving with it, and I was like, "That's it. Wind needs to be part of my."
She
thing.
doesn't like. She can like skip around the room and get everyone's attention,
Yeah.
and then go stand in front of that fan, and then we're all wrapped for 3.5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
The way she gets right over it, sort of
And
looks
she'll,
at you over the top of her eyes and
But then
lets
the
her hair
hair-
flow.
And she has the hair forward and
And
it's
forward.
flying, and she has
Yes.
like this sexuality and this connection that she has
Say whatever you
with
want.
the audience that just like I'm such a Charlene
Charlene's
fan.
the best.
Yeah, there's something about her that no one else can do that.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you look at it, it's like, oh, that seems easy, but it's like try it.
No,
then.
it's hard.
Get up there and try
Have
doing
you ever been to New York to her and Tyler's baby tea
No.
or their brunch? It's just the two of them the entire time. They do tons of Celine Dion. They do musical theater numbers,
Mhm.
and you sit and eat brunch, and they have a rack of clothes, and they DJ it themselves, and it's like YouTube rips, and they go like, should I do that? Okay, yeah, I'll do that one.
I
And
love
they just
that.
pull the stuff up, and they just entertain the entire time and change clothes in between without going back to a dressing room.
It's so incredible.
And you can like
never,
see them in a bikini, and then they'll put on a gown, but you've watched them put it on, but you're still like, a gown. Like,
I
it's
respect that
incredible.
so much because I think that like my drag, I just do
Drink.
me. I love when I'm on stage, it's like I'm having fun. That's what I want
Yes.
people to like acknowledge and like see, is that I'm having a good time or I'm celebrating my own gender euphoria. So when I see people that are like just having fun in the show, or like, you get to watch the performance happen, and then they're also doing everything you do backstage in
Yes.
front of you too. It's like they're in their own world having such a good time. You're
Yes.
just a spectator to them having the best time
Yes.
of their lives. And
Yeah.
I
Then they'll
love
like
that.
skip across the tables and like you're in it. It's so incredible.
My favorite is like they're getting tipped the entire time.
Yeah.
They just throw the money on the ground in the restaurant, and then at the end they go, pick up all of our tips.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
just put the bucket out.
Canada's like that too. Well, Vancouver's like that. Like it's very like I would say I probably started that because I would just like leave the money on the stage.
Yeah.
Because everybody used to just go up and pick. And I was
You're like, I'm not bending
picking.
over to pick
I just
up my
after
money.
doing that on my hands and
Did
knees,
you
just
see
like
me?
scrounging for it.
That's always the saddest part. Is like the number's over and the girl has just like thrown her money in the air, and then you're like, yay! And then
the
they get
host-
down and they're like,
And the host is on the microphone trying to stall while they're
Right.
awkwardly
She's like,
picking
"Get
it
your
I
up.
do
money,
that at Fat
girl."
Slut, but I make the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
Like the girl can exit off stage, and then I come out and talk, and the Go-Go's pick up the money around me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Instead of like
Or like find someone to
get a
in the
tip
audience
kitten.
and then like give them some drink tickets. Be like,
Yeah.
here's 5 drink tickets if you don't mind picking up my tips for the remaining numbers of
But
the show.
Is that so? I feel like in different cities that I've been to, there's so much like different drag culture or like
Mhm.
how shows are run. Like I love a city where it's just like their friend runs out and grabs it for
Mhm.
them or something.
Yeah.
What is it like in Canada? Is it mostly
It depends on where you live. Like Toronto, for example, they usually pick up their own tips from what I've seen, but they also do like 16 numbers
I've heard about that.
Yes,
And
the
it's
marathon drag?
marathon
They
drag. So they
Keep
do
the
like
same outfits.
No, so you do you get slots. So you get a half-hour slot, enough time to like do 4 performances with like some talking in the audience. And then after that, the next girl goes on and she'll, take over a half hour, 45 minutes with like 4 performances and hosting. And then they switch back and forth like 4 times over the course of the night. So you're doing like little sections.
Is that fun for the audience? Like, what if you
It's-
wanted
well,
to pop in and
well,
see 3 girls?
It's
depends
what
on who the
people are
girl
used to,
is.
yeah. It's what people are
Right?
used
What?
to.
I would say it would depend on who the girl is.
I know, but if the girl was boring for a half
then it would
hour and then you
suck,
have to
but then
wait
she
until
probably
the
wouldn't
next
be doing
girl
that
comes
job.
up.
But then that's how you get like for Toronto, you'll always see like you'll notice a Toronto girl because she's usually wearing like a dance costume, but she's always a sickening dancer and she's always sickening as a host on the
Host.
microphone.
Because she's learned.
And then you go to
Scarlett
Vancouver.
Bobo, look,
Yes.
Sarah.
And then you go to Vancouver and we usually do like 2 songs in a night, but usually girls will have about, I would say 5 or 6 in their library that they're really good at.
Right.
That's like their tea, and so they'll perform those numbers, and you may have seen them like perform that number many times, but they're just so good and well thought out and done that it's not.
Well, you
So
can't do.
I would say it's more pop stars in Vancouver and then showgirls in Toronto.
Okay. What are some of your go-to? Songs that
Touch
you
It,
do.
Ariana is
Uh-huh.
my go-to.
And now, what is she touching?
Anything you want. It depends on what you have in your wallet.
Okay.
You know what your minimum spend is.
Ah!
You know about that.
I know about that language. North Carolina.
No, you've been going to the lap dance spot.
Oh yeah. Oh
Wait,
yeah.
hold on.
You should
More
go
of your-
tonight.
more
It's
of your-
tonight.
Okay, but
What
more
is-
of your songs.
Oh, Breathe on Me, Britney Spears.
That's a sexy song.
What?
She's like, oh, the Benny Hill theme.
Vagina.
I've been doing a lot of Normani lately, like
Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lights
yeah.
on.
Doo-doo-doo.
like Lights On.
Oh,
I
okay,
like
Lights
sexy
On.
songs. I
Yeah,
like
of
sexual
course.
Oh, you
sexual
do?
music.
I didn't know that.
Or like, yeah, if you couldn't tell, things I can put my clothes onto. You know, that would be a
Start
gag.
naked.
Maybe
Oh,
I should start naked and
how
slowly
long
get
does it take
dressed.
Wait,
you
but
to-
answer the question about the vagina.
yeah, I was about to say, how long does it take you to rhinestone that pussy?
I don't rhinestone
Is it a patch?
I use so lace for your wigs.
Yeah.
I buy that in bulk, and so it's like sheer. So I rhinestone that because it's the same color as my skin, and then I just use my Ebin spray. Like so, I do it in the
What's
shape
Evan
of.
spray?
It's like the wig glue spray in the black
There's
can.
a wig glue spray.
Yeah, girl. I'll send you the link. It's everything.
I love a link.
And it's water soluble, but doesn't come off with sweat.
But I sweat like a water fountain.
I think
sweat a
you'll be
lot.
fine. I think you'd be surprised.
Okay. Yeah, I want to
think
spray.
you'll be
So I
surprised.
Yeah,
dazzle.
I'll be sending you the bill, but it doesn't work.
Okay, fine. Maybe I have an extra can. I'll give it to you to try out. So I just rhinestone that, cut it out, and then I just spray it with the Ebin spray, and it's to melt lace, and so it melts the lace into my crotch and pussy. So it looks like I rhinestone my vagina in one go, but then it just comes off in one piece.
At the Gaga show, I was like right up there, and I was like, I'm in her vagina right now. I couldn't even tell.
And I do the same for my nipple pasties, but America's the only place that I have to
Fully cover.
cover up anything. So those
Maybe
are
the
those are
precinct-
specific to America. You're welcome.
So you just get fully naked otherwise.
Mhm,
And that is like that in a pair of
Mhm.
heels
mhm.
and strutting around with a fan on is like the most gender euphoric you feel.
Yeah. I
That's
think
amazing.
ties back to me wanting to be a stripper, but also I worked really hard to get this pussy and these tits and this face, and I think I feel good. I've always been like very chill when it comes to nudity, and I feel comfortable naked. And I think the moment that people are screaming, I almost feel in a way that celebration that I feel when I celebrate myself as being in the right body now, and like gender
So you're
gender
naked at
euphoria
home.
and everything.
You're just always naked at home.
Yeah. Or at friend's house.
Yeah, bitch.
I'm the
said-
one that
bitch
always-
said that. She was
I'm
like,
always-
Merlin's just always walking around with her pussy out.
I like it's comfortable.
Yeah.
For me, naked is comfortable, or like a fuzzy robe.
Oh. The girls in the robes.
The boys in the robes.
Do you wear a robe?
No,
you wear a
but
singlet
No.
around the house?
I
a little red
just-
singlet with a
You need
thong back?
you need a really cozy fuzzy robe to like.
But see, I
I'ma
get
send you a link.
hot. It's just send me a link. I get hot, and where I specifically get hot is what you have uncovered, like the back of my neck and my shoulder. So I
Well,
feel
that's
like
the thing about
I
a
would
robe. You
enjoy
can
a
just,
robe as
like-
I could just let it drop off.
Yeah.
There's this company, OAS, and they have really fun robes, and they go up to a
The-
5XL.
Okay, I was gonna ask, what's the size?
I think I get the biggest one. I don't need to, but I like the comfort.
I was saying because
You're big.
yes, but I was with a gentleman yesterday who was in a robe, and I was like, oh, he really liked that robe vibe.
Go on.
Well, we'll get to our final segment.
Okay.
Well,
And
why don't we?
What's your favorite restaurant to eat at while you're here in Los Angeles?
She's like the Red Bull store.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah. I mean, there's a Starbucks down the street that I frequent from Carrie's place. But in terms of food,
And Carrie's address is?
there is there's a taco stand at this like near this gas station or like in the gas
Taco
station.
Zone?
It's like it's near Bitch's old place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly which one you're
That
talking about.
place.
That place
That
is good.
I always make Bitch take me there after the shows
Yeah.
because the tacos there are just
That last DragCon LA weekend,
yeah.
you did every gig that ever. Well, I feel like weren't you doing every show?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you were on every lineup. Everyone was posting videos of you. I was like, this lady is taking her clothes off in every single venue in this city.
Dragging her fan around with her.
Dragging my fanny across the
Great.
floor.
Was that like a really fun sort of moment? That DragCon?
Oh yeah. I mean, so when I left Drag Race, I was so disheartened that I was like, oh, I'm a failure. And like I went home second, you know? So
Yeah.
it was kind of like, oh, I'm like one of those girls that's like gonna be forgotten.
No.
Well-
And then the show happened and my stuff went viral and I just like
The conservatives
popped
loved
off
it.
and I've been having fun and the conservatives just, pay my bills with all the
The free
engagement
promo.
and promo that they give me.
I mean,
But,
you get booked a lot more than a lot of other people from.
Don't compare the girls.
I
No,
don't
I'm not
compare
saying
Oh,
the
that's a
anything.
beautiful
but-
drink.
But
I
I'm-
just
I
love that
love
flavor.
this
Sorry, I'm a
drink.
little bit dry.
Mm.
But it was everything really took off for me and I've just been nonstop busy ever since. And so when DragCon, I was nervous because like UK DragCon is definitely a celebration of the franchises.
Yes.
So like you get a lot of love there where like DragCon LA is definitely celebratory. But like a lot of people are there to see like the Drag Race America girls. So it's a little intimidating going in. I've not knowing if your booth is going to be busy or if you're going to be booked. But yeah, I just was like fortunate enough to like be busy the entire time and be pleasantly surprised with the amount of people that were there to see me and happy to see me.
Which girls from Canada's Drag Race do you?
Fuck with.
Well, like, still, I'm not trying to start drama, but
Hang
like,
out
hang
with
out with and
the
like
most.
still work with and hang out with.
Venus. Obviously, Venus.
Venus.
The winner of season 4.
Clap it up.
My best friend. Nira, I hang out with. Aurora. Near enough.
I love Nira.
I do too.
She's like such a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart.
Weren't we supposed to have her on the pod?
Yeah, but she canceled her trip. Or was it the
Oh,
fires?
I think it was the one I was sick and I canceled on everyone
Oh,
that day.
okay. Yeah, Nira's great. I love her because she's an angel, but she's just so young that it's like she has like the stars in her eyes and her outlook and her just like goals and determination is like very, very admirable for someone who's just like
She's also
so young and from like Calgary.
Calgary. We call it Calgary.
It depends. Like, I would say that people in BC say Calgary, and then the rest of Canada says Calgary.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was in Canada.
You sure knew how we pronounce
My
it.
dad used to go there all the time. Oil City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Oil?
Oil.
You
They
come
made
from oil wealth?
fracking come from the fracking. I performed right after her one time in Seattle, and it's like she went out there. It was raining, so the stage was wet, and she's like rolling around in it, whipping her hair and like getting the audience wet and stuff. And I'm standing there holding a tray of ice cups because I'm about to do my espresso number, and I was like, why wouldn't you make me go before this? Like she's doing so good, and this number is me just like walking around.
That's why I organize my own shows back home because I have a say in who goes before or after.
Yes, I literally was like looking at her and then looking at the promoter, and I was like, I hate you. I actually hate you. Ugh.
Well, you can make up another number that someone wants to steal.
That girl didn't steal it. She just did. That's not a new concept.
All
But
right.
the song is called Espresso. Someone's gonna make a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you bring
Mine
a
was just
French
better.
press?
Yours was better because you poured it out of your titties.
I had it in my boobs.
Oh, you
Boobs
should
for
have. You should have
queens.
done like a coffee enema and then just like
Squirted it out
squirted
of your
it
butt.
into a cup.
I've had too much to put things in my butt.
But here's when your drag creativity can flourish. Where there's a will, there's a way. I've
There's a-
seen drag
where
queens
there's
do
a-
some crazy
where
Oh,
there's
things.
a
I just put another.
No, you put
finger
a
back
hole.
there.
No, you put a hole in your pantyhose, and you take one of those like plastic clear black or plastic clear tubing
Yeah.
that you just cut and you put it inside, and then it like leads to the hole in the
You know what? Why don't
pads.
you do that and then show me how to do it?
Okay,
We'll do it with Red Bull.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
test it at Bitch's show tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's insane. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
And we're back. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me actually try to sing. Hold on. And we're back. My voice is gone. See?
And then she
And then she
takes all her clothes
Flies
off,
away up.
has a vagina.
A
vagina.
vagina. She's got a
her little
She's
vagina.
got a
She's got a
shiny
vagina.
a shiny vagina. That's what
Shiny
I wanted to
vagina.
say. That's the old
You should
AKA
patent those.
shiny vagina.
Merkin-
Yeah, a
rhinestone Merkin.
Yeah, and then like
yes.
sell it to strippers and be like, it's shiny vagina.
Yeah,
by
because there are
Berlin.
That's
some
a good idea.
in Chicago. They can't at the stripper place. I've talked about this. The wax coverings over the areolas.
It's not
Wax
wax. He calls them wax coverings. It's just pasties, but they're like the
You've been to the
rubber
Admiral's
ones.
Club on
Silicone
Lincoln Avenue
ones?
in
yeah, they're
Chicago.
little silicone. They're not wax. No one's putting wax on their tits, my
I'm
dude.
talking about from 10 years ago, my guy.
Miss Jenny.
Wow.
When I look,
I felt that.
I know. So it's our final segment.
is it wax?
Yes, when I went there, they said this is wax.
I don't believe you. Now my nose is leaking.
Okay,
Next
it's
call.
our final segment, which we lovingly call
Fuck Talk!
And
Ooh.
here on Fuck Talk is an opportunity to talk about some wild and crazy sex story from your past, present, or future.
Okay.
Now, what immediately sparked with me was when we were talking about the robe. Because I sucked a guy off yesterday who was wearing like a really cozy terry cloth robe.
Okay.
And he was like, the rain makes me horny, so
Oh,
come
sick.
over. And I went over to his house and he had the sliding door in his backyard like open and he was sitting on the couch in this terry cloth robe with his dick out.
Were there a bunch of kids' toys in the living room?
There weren't, well, I didn't go to the living room. I had to go around back.
Okay, I was just making sure we weren't at the same house.
What did you do yesterday?
Nothing. Continue.
You were fulfilling the kitchen fantasy, and he was fulfilling the backyard fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is.
But my thing with him, so the robe was nice, and the whole time I was like, I want a robe. This seems nice. Because he seemed like very cozy in the robe. But he was texting me as I was driving over there, and he kept messaging me like, I'm so horny. Oh, I'm playing with my dick. Oh, I'm so ready. And then he wanted to come within like a second. And I'll tell you, I
It's
don't
a long drive.
but listen, I don't. We didn't go to the same place.
okay.
I don't mind him like getting riled up. That's fun. And I don't I don't need him to last an hour. You know what I mean? Like my jaw will get tired.
Yeah.
But like, if you know you're a quick comer, then be fucking flaccid and stressed out when I show up.
Yeah.
So the whole experience, let me get you horny first, then let me get you
How long
hard,
do you
then let
think
me
it
get you.
was?
We probably took a Viagra or something.
3
I feel like
minutes.
people do that all the
A
time.
Viagra? I don't think Viagra's make you come faster. They just get you hard.
Keep you rock hard.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe your pussy hits different.
Well, you do know because you
Oh,
take
because I take Viagra. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it doesn't make
Sometimes
you
I
come
take one
faster.
just when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy. I want to make sure I stay rock hard the whole time, and so I'll take a Viagra.
Does Viagra work for cis girls?
No,
Not for
it
girls.
just gives them a headache.
It makes
really.
me. I wonder if it works for.
Don't do it.
Because like, my clit is like my
You could do a low
penis head.
You could do like a low dose.
Yeah, I can
and
give you one. I
see.
have one in my car. You can take half.
For
Actually, don't. It's for fatties. Half would probably kill you.
half. Okay.
quarter.
Quarter. I'll give
Just
you a
lick
quarter.
it. Just
Yeah,
lick
just give
it. Just give it a lick.
So
so
3 minutes? That's crazy.
Well,
That
and then
would
he
piss
was-
me off because you drove so far.
and then I didn't go to the same
Where
place.
was it?
It was away from where you were. But you know, like, and then he would be like, stop, I don't want to come yet. And I was like, okay. But like, he kept stopping everything. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to touch you and I'm going to reach down. And I was like, we agreed on I'm coming to suck your dick. That's what I wanted to do. And again, I take it as a compliment when guys come
Yeah.
from sucking their dick. And I don't mind if you come quickly.
That's how you do it.
But he was like ready to go when I walked in. And I'm like, I could have bought more time had you just been chill.
Yeah.
My guy.
My guy.
So that was a frustrating scenario, but it was fun to suck his dick.
People should come based in relation to the travel time that you had to
Yes.
there.
That's
So,
why-
like, if it
how long did
took-
it take you to get there?
If it took
22 minutes.
I think if it
well,
took a
Pasadena.
half hour to drive, I think
Not
like
Pasadena.
15, 20 minutes of blowing would be a
Yeah.
sufficient and like respectful way to, hold your gasm back.
Because I've sucked him off.
The
I sucked him
gasm.
off in numerous different places, one of which the stairwell underneath the business that he works at.
Fierce.
That was
What
like a
business?
I
little.
love public sex.
I do too. It's so fun.
It's so fun.
And so that one I was like, be quick because I was like, we could get caught or whatever.
Mhm.
But like, I've taken him from 0 to hero, and I much more appreciate that than walking in and he's already hard.
Unless they're like they know that they cannot come for a while, then
Yeah.
don't be hard. Don't be edging all
That's
day.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yesterday I hooked up with someone.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The same
The
guy,
one?
I think. No.
Oh.
No, not
Oh,
the one. No.
okay.
That was different, and we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
We've already talked about that.
Sure.
Off camera.
Yeah, off camera, not on. Anyway, so this guy was like,
The other one is the one you're in love with.
"Shut up! No. And this one isn't the one I'm in love with either. I don't think I'm in love with this man.
You told me you've been sick all week, so why are you out here hooking up
Sucking
with people?
dick.
Yesterday was the first day that I was fully well.
You're ground
Fully
zero
well.
for this flu that's been going
Yeah.
around.
I think I got it from someone else.
Fully well as you're sitting here fighting back, blowing your nose.
What if you suck dicks after somebody else sucked dick and you caught their cold that was left on his dick?
That has definitely
That
happened.
100% has happened, and I think
Yeah.
that's what did happen. But so me and this man had an agreed.
What if?
What?
We had like an understanding of what was going to happen. You talk about
What
like,
was it? What was on the docket?
I was gonna play with his nipples and suck his dick, and he was gonna suck me off.
Okay.
But then he was like, fuck me. And I was like, I don't want to fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't in the mood. And he was like, fuck me. And then I was like, okay, you keep begging me. And he was also like screaming at me about his nipples. Like, he was like, and all this stuff. And so I was like, fucking him. But he's a larger gentleman, not as large as you. But he was bent over and I was inside of him, but he wanted me to pull on his nipples. So I'm like this, and he's like, are you gonna come? And I was like, I physically can't move. I'm in a position where I can't because you're hunched like this. He's not like arching his back.
Uh-huh.
So we're both just like the two-backed beast. And I can't.
And you're like,
I
the whole
can't-
time you're going, no one take a photo from the side. No one take a photo from the side.
But I can't fuck him. Also, he doesn't have lube. He literally just was using Vaseline
That's
for butt fucking.
thick.
It was, and so yeah.
Did he spit in it at least?
No,
To water it down?
And then I'm just like hunched over him, and he's like, "Fuck me," and I was like, okay, you just can't, like, you can't be like,
You know what you
'cause I'm
need?
There
reaching
wasn't
around.
enough give for you to
Yeah.
have
Well,
motion
so
in
then
the
I was
ocean.
like, just get, so I just like
Thrust.
pushed him down onto the bed. It was fucking him, and he was like, play with my nipples. And so then again, he like grabs my arms and pulls me down. And I was like, this just sucks. Like, this is just the worst. It's not happening. And he's like, are you gonna come? I just came. And I was like, I came. And
Are you gonna see him again?
no, never.
Oh, next time,
Never. I already
maybe
blocked him on the app.
you should keep nipple clamps as an arsenal.
I was gonna say
those
with
Why
the
didn't
one
for
he
those
have
moments.
nibble
with a
clamps? And then
string
why
in
did he eat my
between.
poppers? He goes, can I have these? And I was like, sure. Because thank you, Double Scorpio. I get poppers all the time. So it wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm
I think
spreading
it's
the
I
gospel.
think it's the top's responsibility to think of the bottom. You know what I mean?
Well, she wasn't planning on topping.
Oh,
I didn't want, that was never in the card.
He was
Oh,
gonna
then
suck
he's
her
just
dick.
rude.
And so that's when I was like, no, just suck my dick. And then he was like, no, just fuck me. And I was like, I don't want, you've got me here under false pretense.
One end of them needed to be a toy. Either you could be playing with the nipples while a toy
Well,
was
then I
fucking
was literally
him.
like, get on your back, and then I could play with your nipples and fuck you at the same time. Because I'm not going to be hunched over your big old body, your big fat back, and
But
your tiny little butt.
were you going over the shoulders
No,
or were you going under?
I was going around and under, but again, he was a larger guy, and
I
he was
like-
also taller than me.
I like when
so
they're
it
on
was
their.
like harder to get to.
Okay.
I like when they're on their
He
back
was like 6'2",
and you can.
Oh, wow.
You
and
can
I'm
put
only 5'10", so that was like a long.
4 extra inches.
It's a
It
long
was-
reach
it was
to
right-
the nipples.
It was yoga.
I like when they're on your back and you can put your hands in the. What do you call them? Palm of the
soles
foot.
of your
Palms.
feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because my favorite thing is when a big guy. Oh my god! But you know when a big meatball. You know
Give
when a
us
big
that.
guy. When a big guy lays on his back.
And they look.
And then they
look a
go,
little
they
goofy.
lock their legs and they put them all the way out with their pointed toes. You know that view. You know the one. I love
you're
that
like,
view. And you're like, all right,
I've
well,
only been
let
them
me.
knees. I've only-
Yeah, you're like, put a little bend in that knee.
Be a little straight.
Because when they
What's
lock the
wrong-
legs and
But
then
what's
they
wrong
point
with
their
men
toes.
when you're topping them? It's been a habit lately. A habit. It's been happening a lot lately. They're not arching their back. They're literally just like. And I'm like, just put a little sway in that back. Be a little faggy about it. I'm fucking you in the butt. This could nothing could be gayer than this right
in
now.
the fetal position.
Oh God, no. Turn them on their side.
I hate
Bring your knees
that.
to your chest.
It is fun, but the problem is then the whole side of your body like starts to get fucking friction rub on the side of the bed.
I hate when
So anyway, I went to a glory hole, and when I came, I got a cramp in my side.
So you left fucking him and you were like, well, I haven't come yet, so I got to go to the glory
So I
hole.
went home and washed up because
Washed
I'm
your
not
dick.
putting butt dick in someone else's mouth because that's rude. And then I
then what?
went to the glory hole and
The store?
no.
Someone's house.
Someone
glory
has
hole.
a home glory hole.
Okay. And what happened when you got a cramp in your side? You went,
No, I went, yay! And then I like was like thanks. And then I, like,
yeah, you had to leave with, okay.
no, I had to try. I was trying to be so normal. And then I got to the elevator and I was like literally just bending over.
Elevator. Glory hole in the elevator building.
Oh yeah.
Has a guy ever asked any of either of you if he'd like to fall asleep inside you?
They've asked me to fall asleep with me inside.
He's
of them.
never. No one
Yeah?
goes to the back door on that one.
Oh,
I think it's discolored or something. I don't know. I've never seen it, but I'm assuming.
I've never topped before.
What?
Yeah,
Interesting.
the ship has sailed for me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can't anymore.
But no,
You could pay.
Well, you could pay.
I could, but
But that's not your
That's
fantasy.
not your
No.
fantasy. No, you're a girl.
I think though if I did put on a strap on, I'd want like
Hateful. Yes.
like a big fat cock.
Yes. Yeah. Do you like when someone falls asleep inside you?
No.
Yeah.
No, I've had that more when I
Requests?
only when I was like a boy. I had like a couple guys ask me if they could fall asleep inside of me, and
Why?
I'm sure, I guess, but it's like it just turns into a wet noodle and then falls out after.
Yeah. And then cum comes out.
Yeah, if they come,
Oh, they should always come.
not when they're drunk or
Oh,
like on
yeah.
coke, you know. Because I used to have a lot more sex as a gay guy back when
Gay
I
guy?
drank. Before I transitioned, now I have
Pre-transition,
sober sex
pre-sobriety.
with
Yeah.
Sober
straight
people.
guys.
straight guys.
And I don't sleep with people when they're intoxicated, and I'm not.
I
We're not on the
generally-
same level, and I
Yeah.
feel like they're not going to give me the experience that I deserve.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I don't like sex with like drunk people, and I don't. This is literally something I've talked about before. I do not like having sex with people that are drunk or like super high,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and I don't
You
have
can
sex.
be.
No, I'll suck a dick drunk, but I will not have like
Hatch.
penetrative sex.
Right.
And I hate when someone's like secretly on drugs, and you're like, you're acting
Yeah.
weird, huh?
Oh my God. So we had someone show up to the party and like they were like it was just the way they physically were acting, but nothing that they said
going
or
like this?
did indicated drugs, but then their physical body movement was like
Frantic.
I'm on
Methy,
meth.
yeah.
And I was like, fuck, how do we do that? Like, how do we? Because I was like, I can kick them out, but they were like, hi, here's my ticket. I bought this on, whatever, and here you go. And I scan it through, and
You're
the
selling
clothes check.
tickets to have sex with you?
He
What kind of
throws a-
magic dick do
No,
you
it's
got?
a sex party. He throws
Oh.
an event.
I'm just like, damn.
It's not. I'll show you pictures.
Like selling tickets to have sex with
No,
the others. Like,
I'm there, or I'm putting out fruit snacks.
He's
give me some
organizing
pointers.
the
I want to
event.
sell
I'm
tickets
there,
to have
like,
sex with
emptying
me.
the
Get in
trash.
there.
But like he
Should I
was,
become a
he
sex
seemed like
Pre-sales.
he seemed like no, he seemed like
Why
so.
not? I think I'd be okay at it.
I don't think you would. He seemed like so like.
What about me not good at sex work?
Your work ethic.
Yeah, I'd get bored halfway through and be like,
Yeah.
actually, you can just keep
You
the money.
did take the money back. No, but he seemed like really methy, and we have like a no drugs policy. It's a sober party,
Yeah.
and so I was like, how do I check? Like, how do I? And then he was getting rock hard, and he was playing with everyone. He was like fucking a lot of people. And he was like making friends, and all these other guys, people that I know from other conversation to be like sober, were like greeting him and being like, "Hey man, what's up?" And then they were like, and I was like, so maybe he's just has weird body movements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
But he seemed real.
But I wouldn't put
the
it
jitterbug,
past.
you know what I mean?
Maybe he was just nervous.
I also wouldn't put it past people to do what they feel they need to do when it comes to like, sex. Like I wouldn't put it like people do weird stuff. I wouldn't put it past someone to
Yeah.
like do a bunch of drugs and then show up to a sober sex party because they know sex is going to be there.
Yeah,
Because they don't
Yeah,
care
that's
about
so
the
true.
people that are there. They
Right.
just care about like the
Sex.
getting
the
off.
fucking.
Yeah. Well, that was a great
That was a
episode.
great episode. Thank you so much for being here. Where can people
Thank you
follow
so
you?
You can follow me on Instagram at the.girlfriendexperience. Same one for TikTok, and then Twitter, the girlfriend XO, and then the OnlyFans that's coming out this week. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's
we're
exciting.
also the dot girlfriend experience.
Nice.
And that's launching.
Yes.
That's new.
And I would like to see a scene with you and Girth Brooks.
I don't do duos. I'm just a solo girl on a solo journey.
Wow. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
Gonna be workout
you-
videos,
It's gonna be
unboxing.
you're gonna get to know her in a whole different way. The
Keyword
stage has never seen her
whole.
before.
That's exciting.
That's so
Mm.
fun.
Okay, amazing. Well, go check out all of those awesome links and content and things, Meatball.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Seconds. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com or call in with your own fuck talk story to 213-536-9180. Yeah. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday. Goodbye. Kill yourself. And those nipples is tiny. And
I don't think
and then
you
that's
need
when
to-
she flew away on the broom. Red box.
Stop.
Sorry, you're saying you're Alphaba?
I am.
Are you calling yourself the main character?
I am. For access to our full uncensored video episodes, ad-free and 1 day early, plus our monthly Sloppier Seconds episode, and all of Mom Podcast premium content, check out Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball. Editing and sound design by William Pitts.
Show artwork by Christian Cimarroni.
Theme song by Mike Malarkey.
Media and design support by Stone Cole.
Executive produced by Willem, Alaska, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio.
Recorded at Forever Dog Productions.
Ooh, his nipples are tiny.